Today in Stadia news, we're going to be talking about global expansion because it seems to be on its way. It's been quite the wild weekend with that Business Insider article for Stadia fans, but it does seem like Google is continuing to push Stadia and growing it into other markets. Very recently, this past week, we got confirmation that Google Stadia was registered in Australia and Brazil, and today we can confirm that it has also been registered in Mexico. It's important to point out that this doesn't mean that Stadia will be rolling out to these regions imminently. There may still be some time before we get to see that happen, but these registrations should give us a hint toward where we can see it expand. I wouldn't be too surprised to see all of Latin America get coverage along with Australia and New Zealand. They're existing markets where cloud gaming is already available via Xbox Cloud Gaming and GeForce Now. It makes a ton of sense to start competing in those regions when you think about just how big those markets are. Latin America in particular is quite big itself, coming in fourth behind East Asia, North America, and Western Europe. And I do want to talk about that region in particular, because there is a ton of potential for cloud gaming out there. And that's because they're kind of experiencing a mobile boom. Much like Asia, a ton of the population out there actually plays games on their phones. According to a study by Newzoo, the leading global provider of games and esports, over 273 million people across the region play mobile games. That's over 40% of the entire population of that region. To put that into perspective, according to the data, that's more than all of the gaming players in the United States, which tops out at 212 million. It's also the very same reason why G-Arena has put a huge emphasis on Latin America with their title Free Fire. That happens to be an extremely popular game out there. So what's exactly the cause of this mobile boom in Latin America? Well, a lot of it has to do with the fact that most people who live out there can't afford a brand new PC or console. It's a huge barrier of entry and it's seen as a luxury out there, which makes a ton of sense why mobile phones, being as accessible as they are taking over. And it's only when you combine these two factors when it really starts to click on just how much of a big impact cloud gaming can have in a market like that, giving access to AAA titles that were just out of reach financially for many people out there, letting people experience AAA titles on their preferred way to play, and providing opportunities to play the games you want to play in a new way that you probably couldn't have before. Many smart TVs exist out there with access to apps like Stadia and GeForce Now, and you don't need to have a high-end PC or laptop to do the same. Cloud gaming has always been about bringing AAA gaming to the masses, and Latin America is a region that's definitely going to benefit from it. But it's far from the only one. Southeast Asia comes to mind immediately. Region expansion for Stadia is hugely important. It will bring much more players, and that will bring more potential ports of games over to the platform. Likewise, with white labeling and Google Stream being a huge topic lately, it's also worth pointing out why it matters for that too. And the reasoning is pretty straightforward. Having more servers ready to go means that there's more potential companies that would be interested in white labeling. I wouldn't be too surprised to see some mobile carriers out there offer a game to stream along with your mobile data plan. All in all though, expanding to new regions only benefits both Stadia and Google Stream. And this is just speculation, but I feel like these types of moves that benefit both sides are what we're going to start seeing more of at a more rapid pace. I also believe this may be the reasoning why we're seeing such a huge interesting grow when it comes to the Stadia Pro library. While I do think cloud gaming benefits Latin America, I think subscription-based cloud gaming is really where it's at. And that's because paying a low monthly fee is a lot easier to swallow than paying upfront for a AAA title. Imagine, just buying 1 month of Stadia Pro costs you $10 US, or you could buy a new AAA title for $60. You're now comparing 50 games to one. It's no contest what's a better value here. And Stadia still has that undeniable feature of offering both a subscription and pay-to-play model, along with fully free-to-play titles as well. Either way, that wraps up what I wanted to say in today's video. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button as it really does help the channel out. And if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. As always, thanks for watching. This has been The Virtual Cloud, giving you the latest and greatest on everything cloud gaming and VR related, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.